Welcome there, lovely souls. Hope you're all well. I wanted to come on this evening to talk about the Love to Heal launch, the course that I will be doing a 9-day transformational course from Saturday to the following Sunday. And this is about supporting you to feel more empowered in your health and well-being. It's like a stepping stone to greater health and well-being and happiness. So I'd like to give a little bit of an understanding, explain what it's all about, where it's come from, the ethos behind it, and sort of how it works. So if you're seeking to be more empowered in your health, if you're going through certain issues that you can't seem to get answers to, and to feel more connected to yourself, to want to be more aligned with what serves you and what gives you joy, and have more meaning in life, and just to expand on that, and to sometimes if you may feel that you never can get past certain issues or certain patterns that keep coming up for you in terms of your life, whether it's relationships, whether it's a health issue that never seems to quite sort of disappear, or shoulder pain or something like that, and also being in work and finding, just wanting to feel that fulfillment, that inner peace, because I believe we are all looking to find love, joy and peace. However, we can go on little rabbit runs and detours of where we think that's going to be. And ultimately, it's finding it within you. Everything that you're seeking is actually within you. And the joy, the love, the respect that you look for others, that fulfillment, is all going to be from within you. And so we have it within us, and the magic is finding those keys to allow them to come forwards. And with my experience personally and through professional, I have come to the conclusion that everything comes down to how much love and acceptance we have of ourselves. If we don't love ourselves, don't accept who we are, and are unable to communicate and express our true self, our unique self, then we will be blocked, we will be stuck, and these blockages will create our physical. And I have seen it in my own journey from self-sabotage to self-love, and I'm still in that process. It's still an ongoing layer upon layer of loving oneself and accepting oneself and breaking through the bullshit, the BS systems, the belief systems, the patterns that sit within our subconscious mind, within our unconscious body, that we've inherited through our epigenetics as well, and also our inner child in terms of our upbringing, that may be patterns that we are really not aware of how our parents were towards one another, to how our parents were to us. And these will bring up things like self-worth, how you should be in a relationship, how you perceive your body. It'll be so many subconscious beliefs that will be sitting in there that aren't serving you joy. And the process of healing is about honoring these and start to create different neuroplasticity to change those thought processes, and not just think, oh, I'm too old, I can't change. That isn't the truth. You can always change. And I say our power is our choice, and our superpower is the awareness. So as soon as we become aware of how we are and how we're behaving and what is triggering us and why we act the way we do with our subconscious, we can start to make these pattern breaks. We can make these conscious choices to change. And the Love to Heal is about listening, observing, visualizing, and empowering you. And it comes from that self-love, that self-acceptance. And the first thing you can do is actually connect it to yourself, to your body, and the problems that we have experiencing with anxiety, and depression, and because we are too in our heads. We have consumed ourselves by thinking that our mind is the most important and the most wisest aspect of ourselves. It isn't. Our heart is the 5,000 times the frequency of our mind. Our gut has its own enteric nervous system that is separate to the brain, and it only communicates to the brain when the brain needs to do something, when we need to act. So we have a huge amount of wisdom within ourselves. And I believe that pain, disease, illness is when we're disconnected to ourselves. And we need to start bringing ourselves back into our body. And you know, pain has the same neural pathways as loneliness. So I see that everything that's coming up from our bodies is trying to communicate to us, that it's saying to us that we're not in alignment, that we're not in joy, that we're not in love, and we're not in peace. And that is when we're not in alignment, when things are rubbing against each other, it creates friction, it creates heat, and that is the root of all forms of disease: heat, inflammation, the itis that forms in pretty much every single form of illness and disease. So this concept, this, and what I've seen for myself and through working in my clinic, is that when we start to really connect and ground into our body, we start taking ourselves out of the, which is quite a fear-based concept that we have, and that where we feel safe, where we feel supported, wherever we've experienced trauma in our lives. And a lot of people will experience trauma, and there's various levels of that. And depending on when that happened will depend on how ingrained in your system that it is. And speaking from experience of childhood trauma, you know, it takes time, and I have recognized myself, and my pattern has been to being too busy to keep going, to run away from whatever this, whatever felt like a black cloud, and that if I ran quicker, it wouldn't catch me up. But it does catch you up, and it catches you up when you're burnt out, when you can do no more. So when you're fatigued, when you're, ultimately fatigue actually, but and in terms of illness that blocks you, or broken leg, or anything that stops you from being busy, is a way of your body communicating to you: stop, breathe, and listen to me. And it's when it's done in a supportive, compassionate, loving space, you're enabling yourself to connect to your body in a much deeper level. And the fears that we're running away from are actually parts of ourselves that want to communicate to us, that need to reconnect with us, that want to be loved, want to be heard. And we can do that for ourselves. We can self-parent ourselves, and we connect to these aspects, these fragments of ourselves that we've lost along the way, which will feel like an emptiness or soulless sort of experience, or not knowing who you are and what you want to do, because you probably lived your life doing what you think that others need you to do, what you should do to keep the peace, yet you sacrificed your inner peace. And these are patterns that have come from trauma, from generational aspects, certainly through the feminine lineage. And I'm seeing that for myself and for others is about shifting and releasing and healing these aspects of ourselves. So Love to Heal is through the chakra systems. It goes through the 7 chakra systems, these energy centers. And through the information that I provide, it gives you this understanding of the physical and the emotional and the energetic levels and how it all intertwines, because we are energetic beings and in a physical, denser form, but we're still energy. So, and our emotions are energy in motion. So when we can capture our emotions, and then the thought process, the mental process that had created that emotion, we can start breaking those patterns and not create this emotional chain that creates our hormonal reaction, which then creates the physical. So we can start breaking patterns, and the information gives you an understanding of what each chakra will represent and how that comes through physically and emotionally, mentally. So it just gives you the tools to look at yourself with a more compassionate awareness and self-reflection. And then with that, you get meditation for each chakra to explore that in a way. So it's a movement meditation. So it's not just sat still, trying to control your mind to be quiet. It's about getting you into your body, getting you moving, getting you to feel, getting yourself to start communicating to your body in a deeper level. And to start to love it and be more respectful, and rather than thinking it's something that's getting in your way of what you want to do. And so that will help you get into your body, get to your breath, which is again the bridge to your mind and your body into your heart. And then I will take you on a visualization journey through these meditations, which are recorded, to kind of set the intention, sow the seeds, the neuroplasticity, these different pathways of thought through what you've recognized from the reflection work, to sow the seed of what you actually choose to be. And it just integrates this in a very subtle way, but you're communicating and tapping into your subconscious and saying, this is my choice. I don't want this pattern anymore. This is what I'm choosing. So it's really becoming, not only through awareness that you're creating more conscious choices, you're actually empowering and making change through those meditations. And that goes through all the 7 with a workbook. And now on this 9-day transformational course, the first step is about your health and your body and the deeper connection to that. And as like I've said, if we've had trauma, we've most likely disconnected to our body in some way. And it's about bringing you in a much compassionate and safe way and connecting to the body and the miracle that you are. And to start this journey from lack of self-worth or self-sabotage to self-love, to really understanding who you are and the magic that you are, and start unlocking that pure potential. Okay. So that would be the 9 days for the first, the more health, well-being. Thereafter, that would be looking at relationships, going through the same practice, but looking at relationships. And then the third module would be to look at your soul purpose, what you're here for, what do you align, what serves you joy, how can you serve that serves you joy. So that's it in a nutshell. That's the concept. And this 9-day live transformational course is me being part of it and holding it for you. Normally you could just go and get the materials like an evergreen, you just do it in your own time. Whereas I really understand that we need accountability at sometimes, and but without any judgment, I'll put that in there, that it's holding that space for you, and you do it within the time and journey that you can do it. And it's the way the materials are done is that you can touch it on a smaller level, and then you can come back to it the following week and the following week, and just keep building up on that practice without having the huge amount of overwhelm of going from 0 to something. And it's just a gradual process. Okay. And the beauty of me having me involved is on the first day, which will be Saturday, the 27th, I will welcome you in, go through the different materials, help you understand it, and then just leave you then to be able to do that. And if there's any questions, I can answer those then. And then each day I will drop in live. I'll set up a Facebook group, but it's also going to be via the Infinity Health Hub. And I will just drop in really live. You don't need to be involved in that. And just as a little self-awareness prompts, and then you go ahead and do it in your own time, ideally in the morning, because then you get the whole day to integrate that through, but you have to see what's right for you. And then the last day, the 9th day, I will drop in and do a call on Sunday. And it will be a matter of just going through the whole aspects of what you've learned, where you've come from, and anything you'd like to learn. And then I'll close it with another channeled meditation to really embed these new changes that you are setting and desiring. So it's really quite a very, very powerful opportunity having me hold this space for you, because I'll also drop in intuitively with things as well. They're there to be shown. If the live aspect kind of puts you off, don't have to turn up in terms of being visible. You can just be without video and be there. And I've just got the essence of you there with me. If the timing of it doesn't suit you, then you can catch up with it in your own time. But the beauty of having these holding places for you is that it kind of helps you through the different materials. So if you're still listening to me, thank you. And if this is resonating with you and you're seeking those changes, book now. You go on to the infinityhealthhub.com, go to the shop, and it's the Love to Heal course, and it's £55. This is really such good value, because having me on live, having all these materials is cheaper than it will be when it actually goes live and officially launched in March. So again, it's £55. Go to infinityhealthhub.com and just apply on there, and then you'll get logged in, you'll have it allocated to you, and then I will drop you a note with regards to the Zoom details and the Facebook details, and just take you through that. And like I say, if there's any questions, you can use the group or you can message me directly. So if this is singing out to you, if you're desiring change, if you want to love yourself more, accept yourself more, have the empowerment to speak up and speak your truth, to be more authentically you, to break free of old patterns, of fear patterns, to start claiming what you're here for, and start letting go and healing the past, and just like I say, feel more empowered and turning up as you, and to make the changes that you want to see for yourself and for the world, because everything will start from you. So like I say, if this is calling to you, starts this Saturday, 27th, and you just need to go on to infinityhealthhub.com, go to the shop, go Love to Heal, and pay the £55, and you're on. Okay, so thank you for listening. I'm so excited about this. This has been 4 years in the conscious making. It's a lot of information here, a lot of my experiences personally and professionally. So it's multi-layered, and it will really, really help you in terms of just empowering you in so many ways. And I'm super, 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 super excited to be able to share this. And so yeah, thank you, and lots of love. And I may see you in the next few days. Take care.